Michael Jordan said in a press conference in 1997 that he would not choose to play another season for the Chicago Bulls with another coach. If Phil Jackson was not coaching, he was not going to be a part of the rebuild. This was at the inception of the last dance era for the Chicago Bulls. He was completely bought into his leader. Controversy aside, what was powerful about this statement for me was not only the obvious level of trust in the coach, but the high performance culture that Phil had curated with this team. If you are in a leadership position, you need the high performance and advocacy of the team that reports to you. You need them rooting for you at the press conference. Leaders are responsible for rating their team's performance. Their perception of your leadership quality matters as well. The 4 leadership styles that have a positive impact on team climate are authoritative, affiliative, pace setting, and coaching. This episode, I want to hone in on the leadership style of coaching. Coaches focus on developing leaders for the future, and their emotional intelligence competencies are self-confidence, empathy, and change catalysts. Their team's performance is designed to make them look good. What kind of coach do you need to be in order to lead a team to high performance and have them eager to stay in a dance with you at any level? The coach is building and developing a team of future peers, future business partners, and perhaps even their own future boss. I am going to infuse a few of Phil's principles and give 5 hacks to keep your team down for you. Number 1, strong personal connections. You are running a business, but your team of humans are responsible for the results. So scratch the term, it's just business, not personal. It doesn't require friendship or that everyone on your team likes you, but your team should be clear that you are invested in them and a mindful coach. I once had a boss who would always ask me, how are the twins? My kids are 2.5 years apart. But the boss who would say, how are Riley and Levi doing? Was the one that I knew that was actually paying attention to what I was saying about my life. This is just a small example, but my point is you have to get to know people for who they are and understand what matters to them. You have to know their personal and professional values. What are their fears, insecurities, drivers? What makes them happy? You can now coach them to be high performers at work and better versions of themselves personally. And your interactions with your team members always include a personal check-in. Number 2, create collective vision and strategy. You share your vision, and then collectively you decide the purpose of the team, everyone's functions as it relates to the business goals, and the team's priorities that you're setting out to achieve together. If you ask each member of your team what the priorities and strategy for the year are, and they are not all singing the same song with clarity, go back and sit in the room together and strategically plan. A team is quicker to buy into your mission when they are involved in a strategic process. Number 3, inspire an offense of togetherness. Phil is known for his partnership with Tex Winter on executing the triangle offense. Taking the ball out of Michael's hands and giving it to other members of the team helped him develop his teammates. Everyone on your team can't be everything. They are one of one, and they were not created or skilled equally. You actually don't want them to be. Coaches build inclusive teams with people who are skilled and positioned to stand in the gap for their own opportunities and that of their teammates. Number 4, drop the ego. As a leader, I didn't want to be the smartest, but I did want to have the smartest team. Show your team that you are a proud student and a humble teacher. Always ask for feedback. Have routine and impulse frank discussions about what is working and what is not. When a team is aware that the communication channels are open, they are more likely to bring proactive, creative, and innovative solutions to the table that improve overall performance. Number 5, stop chasing a winning formula. Coach your team to be adaptable. Work environments are always going to change, and you have to be the change catalyst. What worked well in the past might not always work well in the future. So lose your stale success formulas and perspectives to keep your team poised to pivot with your guidance and your actions. Yes, you need to celebrate wins and championships, but take routine quarterly and even monthly time to evaluate performance and carry forward what worked. And finally, for a bonus hack, I want to address compensation. Let's face it, unless you're in a volunteer position, money is of value and you are giving your time and performance for fair pay. Don't discount how warranted pay and compensation increases will impact your team performance. You don't want to wait till they're about to leave the organization to get paid higher at another organization. A team values a leader who will go to bat for them at the time that their work is being performed. So if you want your team to perform at the highest level for you so they can speak your name at the press conference and be ready to dance with you until the end, you have to establish a strong personal connection, create vision and strategy, inspire a culture of togetherness, leave the ego at the door, and don't be content with the winning formula. So stay tuned in to these 5 hacks that will have your team aspiring to be in any dance that you are performing in.